Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. Which one to begin with? I'll start with this one, the big picture. Before I jump into this, I want to mention that Wicked Stocks put out a stock pick on Tuesday on Taiwan Semiconductor. You might want to check that out. It's testing or approaching a very significant long-term tradable level that has consequences not only for 3 to 5 week swing traders, which we outlined, but 3 to 5 month near-term position holders, which we also outline. You can check that out for free by going to wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial, in which you'll also receive daily triple Q and daily SPY analysis, weekly analysis in Apple, S&P 500, and the NASDAQ 100. Also, the 2 stock picks we put out every week, another one that'll come out on Thursday. So I'm going to leave it at that. Go to wickedstocks.com and take advantage of that 5-day free trial. I'm going to jump into this chart, weekly bar chart. It was the testing several weeks ago that we were expecting. Now in the upper 130s, this descending channel top that we had mentioned, once tested, we can fall away within 2 to 3 to 5 weeks to meaningful channel support at 107.23. Now, we didn't test it on Tuesday, but we came close to it. 107.23 is actually, I'm going to, actually fine tune this on the daily chart and show you not only 106.98, which is the same exact formation, but also a descending channel bottom at 105.47. So we've lowered it just a bit. 106.98 to 105.47, if tested today, can contain selling not only through the rest of March, but even longer term. Once we test this area, 106.98, we can quite easily round up within 2 to 3 weeks to 137.17. And yes, over the following, over the following 2 to 3 months, the low to mid 160s, I think realistic, following a testing of, the 106.98 to 105.47 region. So that is really kind of the big picture. Long-term support, 2 to 3 week swing traders can anticipate 137.17 roughly, and 2 to 3 month position holders can anticipate the low to mid 160s following a testing of long-term support in the 105.47 to 106.98 region. And if we were to close, I'm just going to use the weekly chart right now, but if we close below 107.23 at the end of the week on a Friday, and yes, a full 1% margin should be thrown in there, 76.33 becomes our next 2 to 3 month objective. Could be within 3 to 5 weeks in sort of a kind of a mini meltdown scenario that could also occur following a settlement below such a classic channel bottom as 107.23. But until then, this is our base of support. And while we haven't tested it, we've come close to it. And, we still have 116.66. I've reduced that to an intraday pivot point only. Really what I'm looking at in terms of near-term resistance, that is for the day and into later week, 122.85, is a steeply descending a 1.5 week channel top. I do see it as in reach today if we push or open above 116.66. The 122.85 formation able to contain daily highs. And we would need to come off of here by the closing bell back below, say, 116.66 to keep the possibility for bearish continuation in play down to 105.47 to 106.98 within several days, which is once again these two channel structures. So yes, once testing 122.85, this is a day tradable level and a 3 to 5 day swing trade level, but you do need to see the market come off of here. You don't want to hold a short position if we test 122.85 and then we close at 120 or 121. This thing is dropping at such a steep pace that we could then easily open the following day above this channel structure and take off. So to the upside, I'm talking. So if we test 122.85, you want to see it ease away from here by at least several points, and then I think you can hold a short position overnight because we could then continue south into the 105, 106 region within a day or two of testing 122.85. If we do close today above 122.85, good low for the week. By the end of next week, we should see 137.17, which is on the weekly chart 138.10. This upper 130s resistance able to contain buying through next week. possibly the balance of March, and from there we can fall back to 107.23. There is the very real possibility that we could spend, the next couple of months playing ping pong, so to speak, between 107.23 and 138.10. These areas narrowing over that time frame. If we were to close above 138.10 over the next few weeks, we do have a longer term buy signal that is 137.17 on the daily chart, expecting the low to mid 160s within 3 to 5 weeks of doing so. But I will also say that if we were to close the week above 138.10, we could, as we move over the following 3 to 5 months or so, push on up into the upper 170s and climbing. So we've come close to testing a long-term support area. We've yet to test it outright. We've not even slipped into the 1% zone. 1% would be, 108.30, if I did that correct, roughly. We've got 108.15 as a minor point. So, in the 1% zone on 6-month line studies or longer, if you slip into the 1% zone, and I'm just adding 1.07 to 107.23, that is 108.30. If we test 108.30, we have quote unquote essentially tested long-term support because we've slipped into the 1% zone. And if we then close below 107.23, that should be also by a 1% margin to the downside, which would be 106.16 if I'm doing the math correct. 106.16 settlement on Friday or lower, 76.33. But we are offering, this convergence or soon to be divergence between these two meaningful channel structures. This is your bottom picking territory, not only for the day, not only through the rest of the week, but really through the rest of the month, because from there, as I've been saying, we can push on up into the upper 130s within several weeks, and within several months, the low to mid 160s. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that 5-day free trial. You'll see Taiwan Semiconductor that we just put out on Tuesday, a very fresh stock pick that we show, and we'll have another one on Thursday. We had stock picks last week, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to leave it at that for Wednesday's NVIDIA. You have a great day.